Elizabeth, can you please introduce yourself with your name, job, and any family or personal information you'd like to share?
Thanks, Carly. I'd love to. My name is Elizabeth Paulson. I'm the manager of customer assistance programs for JEA. I'm single, I have no children, and I've been in Jacksonville for over 20 years. I'm originally from Minnesota. My mom stayed home and tended to 5 kids while my dad worked for Control Data. He was a product specialist. He was on the telephone all day and he was allowed to smoke at his desk, which I thought was really interesting. It actually killed him, unfortunately. My father died when he was quite young and left my mom a widow. His last pay stub was my starting salary out of college. I don't know how my family ever made ends meet.
So can you share with us, what did you do after high school? Did you go straight to college? And if so, what did you make, or did your major in your field? Is that something that you currently work in?
Thanks for asking. I went straight to college. I left town. I think I said earlier, I was the oldest of 5 children, and I needed to leave the house. My father was still living. It was a very traditional family, and I really was looking for some freedom and a way to express myself. I followed a teacher's advice, and I went my first year to a private college far away, and that has $3 attached to that private. It was expensive. I transferred my second year to a state university that's only got $1, an hour from home. So the first year I left, I became very, very homesick. I also didn't enjoy school at the time, but I sure enjoyed my friends and my freedom. I was the first in my family to go to college, ever. I used grants, loans, and I worked to pay my way through. I never declared a major. I took classes I liked. I studied abroad in Denmark. I graduated eventually with a bachelor's degree, a major in recreation, and a minor in women's studies. I followed what my heart told me to take. I remained in this field for many years. I worked primarily for the Girl Scouts and then Junior Achievement. Within the last 10 years, I applied and was awarded a scholarship that allowed me to earn a master's degree in business administration. Not really what I ever would have chosen in college, but that was the degree that was given to me to choose. This, along with an extensive work history in building and creating partnerships that create community in our city, opened the door to my current position at JEA. Right now, my job is to build partnerships and collaborations with government, nonprofit, and faith-based agencies that provide utility bill assistance to JEA low-income customers. Last year, my team applied over $3.2 million in utility assistance to JEA customer accounts, utility bills. And if you can imagine, based on this current pandemic that we are going through, it's a very different world, and there will be many more people in need. And what we have found over and over again is there's just not enough money to go around. But my job is to try and connect the dots and make sure that people get the help they need to pay their utility bill. Because utilities, like food and water, are basic needs.
Shifting back in time a little, what did a typical day look like for you when we are not social distancing? Do you work a Monday to Friday, or are there weekends involved, or any travel?
It's a really good question. Let me think back. It's so hard to remember right now. We've been working from home for a while now. Monday through Friday, I would work in the office from anywhere from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I would get in, and I would work until 6 or sometimes later, because I found that I could get a lot more done when a lot of people had left. I would occasionally attend conferences. In fact, I was in Washington, D.C. in February speaking to state representatives on Capitol Hill on behalf of JEA customers that live paycheck to paycheck. And that was for the low income heating and energy assistance program that JEA customers are able to apply for through the federal government. JEA does not have anything to do with eligibility for that program, but what we do get to do is make sure that they understand how important it is. I also have, I'm involved with several national groups. One is Women in Utilities. It's a national group through Customer Service Week, and it fits with my former path in helping girls and young women succeed in business and life. In fact, I was able to be a speaker for their group, and they made these really fun, almost like a trading card. And it talks about when I worked at Junior Achievement to help create the JA Girls program, which I'm really proud of, Carly, and I'm so grateful that you're there making sure that girls learn about how important it is to have money, and also how education leads you to that money so that you can make ends meet, and how a career is almost everything in this world, this day and age.
So now that you are practicing social distancing, what does a typical day look like, and what has stayed the same?
Oh gosh, I saw this cute little mem yesterday, and it was work, 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 work. It is amazing. I work from home. It's intense. My day is full of virtual meetings, webinars, and deadlines. And I would have to say that without my distractions from being in the office, which were a part of the workday, which is connecting with people, I manage a staff. I get so much done at home, but it's very intense. I take a very strict lunch hour. I start on almost the same time every day. Sometimes I go a little bit later, but I do have someone, my mother actually came here the beginning of March and is now still with me because she can't get back to Minneapolis. So what I'm doing is making sure that I can balance it, which many people have to do working from home with a family.
So what do you hope people learn from this temporary change in our world and our new normal? What are the positives you've observed come out of these challenging times, and how did you prepare financially, if at all, for a situation such as this?
Oh, the first thing that just hit me is I had my nail polish taken off immediately when I just even had a gut that this was going to happen. Being in, working in a professional setting such as JEA requires you to really be professionally attired. The way you present yourself is very important. And of course, I always had my nails done, but that was the first thing that I let go of. And it's been a great financial, there's a positive there. So 3 things really stick out to me, and I'm going to steal a few of these ideas from Carla Miller, who's the City of Jacksonville's ethics officer. She shared these in a recent JEA Board of Directors meeting. So the first one, what I hope people learn is that they would build trust. I hope people would learn to build trust in themselves and in others. I really believe firmly this is all going to work out. I mentioned earlier to you just privately that I feel there's a silver lining in all of this. So building trust in yourself and understanding that it's going to work out, there's a silver lining. Look for it, expect it, dream it, and believe it. Number 2, I think it's important for us to show compassion to those in need. It's something that I do on a regular basis, and I have a meeting in 15 minutes, so I'm going to just clear my calendar there. Sorry about that. It keeps popping up. So I'm going to show compassion to those in need. And I feel like we all have to be able to get in touch with what others need. Everyone has a story. Withhold your judgment, offer grace and love first, and then do what you can to be kind. And the last thing that I would hope people learn from this change to our world is that you need to be a hero in your own slice of the world. Find a way to give back. Carla Miller said that JEA employees are our customers' protectors. And I believe that JEA employees and all of the agencies that I work with help people in need. They are my heroes. We are our customers' protectors. Do that. And then the positive thing that I've observed during these challenging times is that money is a tool. It ebbs and it flows. Take a look at your world right now. It's changed dramatically. Act responsibly. It's time to be an adult. Spend only what is necessary and save the rest. There's nothing that tastes better than money in the bank. And I'm going to say that to women in this room. There is nothing that tastes better than money in the bank. Your future self will thank you.
And are there any other words of wisdom that you would like to share with girls as they dream big about their tomorrows?
Yeah. Live today.
Hmm.
Go after it with all of the muster that you can. You may not fit in every job, but what you can contribute, by the way, no one is 100% everything that they want you to be. I am not. I am a very different kind of employee at JEA than many of our engineers, our scientists, the people that understand way more than I do. But I also have value and I bring something to the company that they need. And I think the first person that has to understand that is me. So believe in yourself first. Find out what brings you passion, what lights you up, like a light bulb. And light yourself up every day in the morning. Start that way. And that's what I would recommend to the girls in the audience. Find somebody that believes in you and let them stand next to you. They'll remind you when you forget. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself those things. Find a song that tells you that and sing it to yourself often. Thank you, Carly. I'm so proud of you and what you have done with Junior Achievement JA Girls. Keep it going, girl. That company is a great company. Steve St. Amand, he's the one that thought of this a long time ago. So take that seed and continue to plant it. And girls, you can do this. You can do this, girls. Keep it up. You got it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth. We're so appreciative of your time and your energy and your words of wisdom. And we look forward to working with you in the future.
I'm here.
All right.